One of the most common questions you will see on SAT English are the transition questions. These questions you will see at the end, not exactly at the end, but you can say the penultimate question type of the English part of your SAT. These questions come anywhere between two. Minimum two questions will definitely have. Sometimes these questions can go up to three or four also. And in rare cases, five questions also you might see that ask about this. Primarily, these questions ask about relationship between two parts of the paragraph, two parts of the passage, you can say. The relationship may be between two sentences or maybe within a sentence also. The relationship can be cause and effect or contrast or maybe in addition. Once you understand the relationship, you need to identify the appropriate transition from the answer choices. Let's understand the concept of transitions using this example from one of the college board books. The question says, which choice it completes the text with the most logical transition? And the question says, the text says, in November 1934, Amrita Shegil was living in what must have seemed like the ideal city for a young artist. Paris. She was studying firsthand the color saturated styles of France's modernist masters and beginning to make a name for herself as a painter. So, information till now, what we have is that this lady, Amrita Shegil, was living in what must have seemed like an ideal city for a young artist. She was living there, she was studying first and color saturated styles. It means for her art, this was a good place, and she also began to make a name for herself as a painter. So in short, the first part says, okay, she was living in Paris, which was ideal place for her as an artist, and she also got a recognition. The second part says, Shegil longed to return to her childhood home of India. Now, second part seems like a bit contrasting to the first. Even though she started getting fame there, the place was ideal for her. Even then, she wanted to come back to her place because there she felt could her art truly flourish. So one thing is for sure, that these two parts are connected in a contrasting way. It means the two parts are contrasting to each other. Let's work on the answer choices and see which option gives you a contrast. Option A says still, that can be a contrast, so we'll hold on to it. Option B is therefore. Therefore, we use to provide a conclusion of something. It means before therefore, you would have a statement or some discussion, and based on that discussion, you conclude something. In that case, you can use a therefore. Indeed, you would use if you're trying to reinforce an idea. It means an idea is presented, some discussion is done, and when you try to reinforce that, you can use indeed. So option C is also wrong. Option D says furthermore. Furthermore is kind of in addition. We are not providing additional information. The ideas are contrasting. So option D is also wrong. The only correct answer here is option A still. Still indicates a contrast. To confirm, let's have a look at the text one more time using the word from the using option A from the answer choices. In November 1934, Amrita Shergill was living in what must have seemed like the ideal city for a young artist, Paris. She was studying firsthand the color saturated styles of France's modernist masters and beginning to make a name for herself as a painter. Still, Shergill longed to return to her childhood home of India. Only there she believed could her art truly flourish. So, still gives you the correct contrast between these two ideas.